reminds me, I just thought a point that I'd bring up, you know, and I remember watching TV shows like The Martian, where they landed on Mars. Sometimes wonder where they filmed some of this stuff at, you know, and when you look at this place here, man, it kind of almost looks like Mars. You know, what they have the lunar rover, kind of like, you know, when they did Lost in Space and they'd be in that coach or carriage thing that they would travel around on the planet with, and they'd be riding along and things like this. I'm like, oh, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Once we get up there to that road goes between those two little mini mountains or hills, I'll go ahead and turn the video off. But yeah, it's kind of really interesting. It does look like Mars. That's the first thing that kind of just shot out of my head just a minute ago. Forest Service truck. I don't know, I don't see any trees around here, so I don't know what he'd be responsible for, except driving around and see if anybody's stranded. Alrighty, very good. I thought you might like all this again. Like I said, there's some few variation differences I thought would be kind of cool to video. Okay, we just turned around. Getting late. It's almost 4 o'clock. Got a little over 2 hours back to get back to Hot Springs. Before we were only driving like 40 miles an hour through this whole thing. Just really take it in. I mean, it's just a lot to look at. I gotta tell you, Heavenly Father really did an awesome job. Him and His Son Jesus Christ, to create such a beautiful home for us while we're on this temporary life existence. wasn't off for very long. Here's some pretty cool formations through here that wasn't over on the other side. See how cool that is? Kind of coming up through this little valley deal here. Guess I can actually say I've been through Mars. Kick her down a gear because we're taking it slow through here. Mr. Vita, when I send this to you, this should give you some other ideas. You've given me so many ideas where to ride, and I will, that I just can't help to return the favor, Mr. Vita and Egon and all the others there. So, okay, we just popped out of that area there. We got a sign coming up. It's probably going to say leaving Badlands National Park. Yes, it does. Leaving Badlands National Park. So far on this trip, 92.8 miles. Got 120 to go back, so today's total calculations or tabulation will be about 210 miles. The more I'm on this bike, the more it's easier for me to knock out to a 300. I think my rear end would be like worn out by now. Traveled all the way back from the Badlands. That was about 70 miles back. We're finally coming out of the desert area. It got up to over about 100 to 103 degrees. My wet jacket's about dry, so I really need to get it filled up again, get some ice water in me. Went from basic, you've seen what the ground looked earlier to what it looks like right now. So we're coming in. Gotta make a bathroom stop, get get some ice water, maybe a bag of chips or something. Tie us over on the way back to Hot Springs, South Dakota. And hopefully Jim's feeling a little better, so he'll able to make the ride with us to Custer State Park. I've got that little tape on my handlebar, as you can see. Paid $20 for it. You have to pay $20 to get in the Custer State Park. So I don't think we want to just waste that money and not go to that. All the way back from the Badlands. That was about 70 miles back. Finally coming out of the desert area. It got up to over about 100 to 103 degrees. My wet jacket's about dry, so I really need to get it filled up again, get some ice water in me. Went from basic, you seen what the ground looked earlier to what it looks like right now. So we're coming in. Gotta make a bathroom stop, get some ice water, maybe a bag of chips or something. Tie us over on the way back to Hot Springs, South Dakota. And hopefully Jim's feeling a little better, so he'll able to make the ride with us